Well, the real big question is, does this open world survival crafting, base building, and infection eradication simulator come anywhere close to being better than Project Zomboid? Hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome to the latest beta for Infection Free Zone, a game where you can build a base and free the world of zombies anywhere in the world. It's amazing. It has a brand new beta that adds more to the story, a plethora of new items and features, and of course is one step closer to its 1.0 release. So welcome aboard, and good to see you all here. Just to show you exactly how far this game has come, check it out here. This roadmap showing a huge list of things that they've already delivered upon in green, and a couple of more things to go to make this game seemingly more complete, or at least approaching the 1.0, as it says early access roadmap. Once that's all done, I don't know what else they could add before 1.0, but I'm sure it'll continue on beyond that, and we have ourselves a wonderful game. If you love Project Zomboid, if you love State of Decay, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to this channel for more zombie base builders, survival crafting games of all sorts of different types and magnitudes, for much more. And let me know what you think about this game down below in the comments section. What do you want to see in this game and in other games? I think a lot of this game for me is that we have a massive map. In fact, to show you how big the map is, it's literally the entire world. Yeah, if you haven't seen this game before, you can click anywhere in the world and pretty much build a zombie defense there and start reclaiming that city or region against the zombies, and yeah, rid the world of zombies one step at a time, and build your colony and recruit people to it. And I want to see that in Zomboid. Imagine if you could go, you know, back from Zomboid, which takes place in 1994 Kentucky, and just click anywhere in the world, like Mexico City, Tokyo, Berlin, wherever, and basically play Zomboid, but yet with that map. Like, that would be amazing. Well, this game lets you do that and lets you build a base, kind of like in the State of Decay, where you can recruit people and then eventually, you know, start bringing supplies back to base, and it has a lot to do with looting and shooting. Now, this latest update is pretty amazing too, because in addition to a in continuation, like a kind of reimagining of the story, it also lets us go to a brand new location in a different way. Let's go ahead and go to Antwerp. I want to go ahead and go to this city. I've been there before, and again, you can go anywhere in the world, Area 51, Disneyland, what have you. But here, this is amazing. It used to allow you to do a 3x3 grid, but now steps up all the way to a 5x5 grid, and it'll even warn you once you do it the first time that, hey man, you're playing in a map that's really huge, and look at this. No, that's really dangerous. 24,000 buildings to explore in this area of Antwerp. Imagine if you were doing this at an international airport near a major city. Imagine if you were doing this in like a huge campus area or like a large factory, and now it's even bigger. Now you can see there on the right side that it's got a lot of building tiles. Elevation terrain is low. This game now has like a much better simulated terrain, where it simulates hills and roads that go up hills, and it brings in a lot more realistic buildings too. You can see that it's almost 20% water. There's 6,000 plus POIs, and expeditions that we can go on are 80, with 6 to 10 vehicles to be found here. What's amazing about this game too is that hospitals, libraries, military bases, museums, ammo like stores or factories or whatnot can all contain those items there. If you go to a used car lot or like a factory, you're more than welcome to take yourself to what will be found there of like munitions. Or look, if you go to a hospital, you're going to find medical supplies there. If you go to a fast food restaurant, you're going to find food there. But these are realistic. If there's a Starbucks that you know of in Antwerp somewhere, that's likely going to be where you're going to find food, or a actual police station will exist on the map where it does in real life, and you can go get ammo there. So if you know these locations in real life, you have a real big advantage, and that's super cool. But what's interesting here is that there's a lot of choke points and great places to build a base to where we can keep the zombies out and fortify ourselves with kind of a natural moat. So it would be really interesting to build a base here and then have all this kind of like suburban area down here to go to. It looks like a lot of residential homes down there, and possible like large buildings nearby. So anyway, look at that. Star forts too. You could build in any of these fortress areas. Look at that. Yeah. Well, without further ado, let's take our first look at the latest update for Infection Free Zone. And let's keep in mind, is it better than Project Zomboid? If you haven't already, make sure you comment "I'm in" down below in the comment section. If you'd like to win a key for this game, if we get some more, we'll drop them for all of you. And also, "I'm in" if you'd like to see more of this. Again, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and turn on that notification bell. And as a bonus question, as I usually ask, if a zombie outbreak was to happen, what kind of a weapon or tool would you like to bring? Keep in mind, it doesn't always have to be like a shotgun or a crossbow. It could be like a crowbar, which might be a great idea. Even hockey equipment for armor, or maybe go to a museum and grab some plate armor and a pole arm. I don't know. You tell me. All right, let's jump in for our first look at the latest update for Infection Free Zone. Let's go. All right, we made it. I've never seen the map look so good, too, with the detail in the buildings. Looking at the top of them, they have like some moss going on the roof now and broken tiles, and everything kind of used to look like this. Like the side of these buildings all look like they were some sort of a Brooklyn-like building or something you'd find in like the old Soviet Union. Some of those buildings are still the same, and they still often look the same with these weird shapes and HVAC systems on the top, but they are getting better. And I must say it's still a little weird too to see ships that look like this, but you know, that's supposed to be a boat in the harbor. But the game does what it can, and I think the handcrafted elements of the game will get better. And I hope that in the future, players who can load into these maps in an editor can then take some of these buildings and correct them or add mods and assets for real cities that everybody wants to play in. But churches are still looking pretty darn good, and some of the buildings and landmarks that the gamer put in by hand look pretty good too. So, you know, it's getting better, but there's still some funny things I wanted to point out that look a little odd. Regardless, here we are. We're in Antwerp, and there's some really nice big buildings here that can give us like almost 1,000 storage capacity and 73 housing for some of our people. But I wanted to try to maybe settle somewhere here out on this rectangular island in the north, just north of that position, because there's also some wonderful land here to be able to farm and possibly cut down a couple of 2-3 trees here and there as we make our way around. Now there's train stations around, there's malls around, and so once we set up our base, we're going to start going for these buildings here. Some of these seem to be like art stores and maybe restaurants and areas that may sell groceries or car parts or whatever, so we'll kind of stay around this area. But this allows us to build a lot of stuff around and also capture some buildings here too. So as for our HQ, I think we're going to maybe start in this big old building here or here, and then work our way downwards and capturing some of these buildings too, and demolishing them and trying to build some palisades around them here. Actually, this would be a perfect spot right about here for our HQ, one of these two, because it's kind of in a whole section of buildings that we can then convert into offices and other warehouses. So let's go ahead and maybe start. All these are actually 27 with 372. Yeah, a lot of them are pretty much the same size, or at least it gives us the same limit. So let's go ahead and start right about here at this building, and we'll get this party started. That seems to be a good spot to begin. All right. Things are going to chug along too. The game did give a little bit of a warning. It's, you know, almost double than what it used to be. Let the story begin. It's infection-free zone.
This is the infection-free zone of... Please respond.
Actually, let me go ahead and turn that up, because that's going to be really important to make sure we can hear a lot more of the story. Chill out music.
The infection is in the... Seek a host and rebuild.
Hello?
Hello? Please respond. Over.
This. The infection is in decline. Seek this and rebuild.
Is anybody there? Okay, this must be like a broadcast or something on repeat.
Chief, this is the same transmission we received before, but the signal is even weaker. Our walkie-talkies are not powerful enough for long-range communication. We have to build a large antenna. A local library or university would be a good place to search for information on how to make it work.
Relatively the same start as before, but there are new story elements and random events that'll tie into the story too. But the base is solid and always the same.
Let's go there.
All right, we need to get to there then and find some schematics for building a radio. That's ways away, actually. That's quite a distance to go. Wow. Okay.
We're on the move.
Go ahead and get into looking at buildings nearby. We might need to find a vehicle before we go do that.
On my way.
And let's tag some buildings one by one for search.
Roger.
Okay, we're going to have all of our squads here start looking in buildings one after the other. And let's see, there should be a hotkey to turn on all the points of interest too of buildings that we can search and what might be in them if we find stuff. Go ahead and search these buildings here.
On my way.
These could be small little warehouse garages. Maybe we'll find weapons, maybe not.
Going there.
Okay, let's get our people working on cutting down trees. We're going to ask everybody who is a worker to Clear the land up there.
We're on the move.
All right.
We're on the move.
Let's also ask our people to start
We're on the move.
gathering any metal they find from like street lights. Those aren't going to work anymore, no power. And or car wrecks, that's good. Let's go ahead and start breaking those down. And our people are hungry and need more housing. So we got to break down a building into additional housing.
Let's do it.
Let's see.
Going there.
This building's partially partitioned, but let's go ahead and maybe build something out of this one. We'll adapt this building. Cool that we can adapt buildings or build new ones too.
Going there.
Let's go ahead and build a shelter there next door. 65 people will be able to live there, in addition to the some that can live there too. So let's go ahead and assign some people to building. We'll do 5, and then everybody else on scavenging.
We're on the move.
We'll need materials to do that. And we'll find more survivors as we go along. The main purpose of that antenna will be to send out a radio broadcast letting everyone know, hey, we exist. We're a bunch of survivors. Here's where we are. But that's also a dinner bell for anybody looking to be nefarious. Additionally, in this update, the zombies or the infected can have little nests or hives or bases themselves. And so you'll find huge numbers of them around like strong points, and you'll have to go in and basically destroy that nest and all the enemies around it. So you have to be on the lookout for that. Looks like some oil there. Potentially some car parts there. And we can also get some more people out, you know, like on patrol and going and looking for more materials. But I'm going to have them just doing basic logging for now, as we need more materials for this structure. So this will need 80 logs. We have 20 there for now. So hopefully it'll not be long until we get enough trees. And let's keep on breaking wood down. We can also destroy buildings in this game. So if we destroy like a large brick building, there'll probably be wood and metal in there too, and so we can salvage all sorts of things and clear the line of fire. Some of these smaller buildings might not be worth it for us to convert to like a barracks or something like that, but maybe some of these bigger buildings like that one might be worth putting something in, like a lab or maybe a barn or something like that, where animals could be kept in there and maybe you know, kept safe through the winter. So it might be viable to do that, or we could build our own structures. Let's see what else they may have added here. Let's see, canneries, fisherman huts, a lot of these things are the same. Sawmills, arms factory, protective gear. Oh, clay pit, that's new. There, a place where clay is extracted from the ground and bricks are cast and fired. So that's a new thing that we could build, is the clay pit, that then can, maybe there is a building for that, so we can get bricks without having to destroy buildings. So that's cool. Bars, gathering places, shooting ranges, expedition center. That I don't remember. That might be new, but maybe not. But a lot of this stuff I haven't even built, even in like the sandbox mode. The story kind of prolongs building a lot of stuff, but it makes it a lot more interesting because it throws in some really cool story-based curveballs. And going up there is one of them. That is so far away. That is probably the longest destination to get to I've ever seen. Looks like all of our people did some salvaging. I think we're going to try to work our way there then. Maybe we could go up north. Let's call it north. And we'll work our way towards this big building that's going to take months to search. We'll hole up in that building there and try to defend ourselves and make towards that location later. If we find a car, though, it'll make all of this process easier. So maybe we should go up here where the large possible parking lots are around these huge buildings, and maybe we'll find a car. There's lots of roadways there, so it's possible to find a car near them. All right, people are out chopping, and people are building.
We're on the move.
We're now at 30 wood. Good. And let's also make this a priority. All 5 workers are working in there, so that's good. So that'll be our shelter for anybody else who's homeless. Luckily, we've got some food. So we've got 68 food. Most of it canned, but we can also make cooked meals. We can also have grain and raw meat, which can spoil now. Raw meat didn't used to spoil, but now it does. We have some ammunition, no additional guns. We can have handguns, sniper, assault rifles, shotguns, and pole arms. We also have fuel, which I think we can make from oil, although I don't see a list of that separating it. And then we have wood, steel, brick, and then tools, and also materials such as, I think that's fertilizer, med kits, maybe other medicine, armor, shields, and then different types of armor. I think it's like a tier 2 armor. Oh, and oh boy, we got a horde behind us, so these guys better skedaddle to cover. And let's keep checking all the buildings around us. The salvaging shouldn't stop because it's nighttime. And we'll have our people go to every building. I think you can also click and drag to have them do a full area, but I like to do it one at a time because, I don't know, I'm kind of superstitious about the game doing things the way I want it to. So you can basically click and drag and tell them, hey, search this entire area. All right, they cleared that infection. Good work. Let's inch a little bit closer to that. Actually, check that building first. All right, let's see how that area of effect will work. There it is. Click and drag an area so you can just do that and they'll just do everything in the area. Perfect. Really helpful for your initial base. And let's do that set of buildings too. All right, I got to get used to doing it the trustworthy way. We can also rename these squads. These people can get skilled in things like driving, melee, assault, scavenging, and shooting. So you can have each of these different squads do different things. Like you can have like your rescue squad that can zoom in, and if you have a squad that's under fire from enemies or being attacked by the infected, you can have them pull up and, you know, basically be like your Delta force to go in and rescue other scavenger squads. So many options to do different things like that. Vehicles can also be like modified in this game a little bit. You can put, I think, machine guns on certain vehicles, and I think eventually the idea is to be able to build your own vehicles through parts and then fortify them further. Basically, think of Road Warrior, right? All the vehicles from Road Warrior, that's what they're going to go for, is the ability to salvage, repair, and then improve vehicles with maybe things like plows and spikes and barbed wire, and then of course machine guns, flamethrowers, and maybe grenade launchers too. That would be cool. There we go. There's some armor right there. That might be like a sporting goods store or something. It's an abandoned building, but that would be great to check. But you always want to check the buildings around the HQ first for guns, ammo, and eventually you'll find like a prepper building. They could have a lot of ammo in there, weapons, maybe even fuel, maybe a car nearby, and tons of canned food, and that's good. All right. Building has been searched. Let's go ahead and make our way towards the big building.
Roger.
And then we'll be maybe about halfway there.
On my way. On my way.
I've also turned hordes up to a high level in this one, so we'll see how long we can survive against endless amounts of hordes that come our way. They won't be out for a couple of days, but eventually they'll start to overwhelm us. It's now May, and this game also has a farming cycle too, so when we build those fields, we can only plant and harvest during the warmer months, and then I think you can have multiple harvest seasons, so at least it's easier that way. You don't have to worry about crop rotation and and like soil fertility, although the fertilizer I think increases yield of the fields. I always appreciate it when a developer both goes for realism or goes for gameplay, where they'll sometimes let you grow wheat 3 or 4 times a year, and it's like, okay, it's not how it really works, but I'll overlook that for fun. Oh boy, here comes a horde. Oh boy, oh, that's 2 hordes. Oh boy, that's 3 hordes. Oh, this group is gonna have a bad time. Oh wow, these people are getting hit too. Why are they not shooting? They're gonna have to go out that front door. That is bad. Wow. Oh boy, and these hordes are barricading down here. All right.
Waiting orders.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Roger.
Let's go ahead and take up defensive positions against those hordes there. I think we can.
On my way.
I think we can actually pick a corner of a building too, more precisely.
Operator.
So you can go into a building or a particular corner of a building. Oh my god, how many? Are there more hordes up here? Well, anyway, we're dealing with 3. I can't believe they're actually engaging our people. We have plenty of ammo. Wow, 200 ammo? How are we even like taking hits? These guys should be blasting through them. You guys need to stop where you are
Going there.
and start engaging them. Don't run, shoot.
Let's do it. That was the last. Roger. Requesting support.
Oh wow, this is bad. Oh, this is real bad.
Taking casualties.
We're taking casualties. Oh wow, we're getting pushed. Well, when that happens, luckily the squad did drop their weapons, so we can go up there with another group and reclaim those weapons. Ooh. So a much more brutal start than I can remember. Oh, we got boar down here. All right, that's good for hunting. That is a brutal start. But that's actually the realism and the difficulty that I want in this game. Before it was oftentimes too easy, especially when you were really going far away from base. But this time we're going to change things up a bit and get back out there. Get back in the saddle, son. It's not over yet. Let's go ahead and grab a squad here. Alright, they've got machetes for now. And we need to deploy that squad. They're mustering, I think. So I think they'll deploy in a moment. Request queue. Okay, so it looks like they're going to be deployed shortly. Alright, that other horde's coming up here. They don't want us going for those supplies. That's crazy. Boy. We might be able to find a vehicle down in the south too, but I doubt it. There's a medical, is that a hospital there? It says abandoned, but it does mark it as a medical facility. It does kind of look like a hospital too.
Enough sleep, people. We've got work to do.
Alright, we're going north to escort a squad up there and see if we can find that other thing. What do we need? Squad limit increased by this building by 4. Okay, another squad is ready. Alright, we're going up together then.
Roger.
I want to play this differently than I have. This is why I usually stay so close to base and kind of turtle up for a very long time, because if you do go out, that's usually what happens, and you don't really want to leave the base undefended. In this case, we're going to leave the base undefended. And we'll leave a squad nearby to protect. Never mind, it's not even worth it. It's only one guy. Okay, let's get... Let's see, do we have any builders going? Where's our builders? Squad members. Farming, builders 5. Okay, we'll get them on scavenging. But more people will be found in the city. On occasion, we can find friendly or neutral survivors and then request them to move to our base, and they'll either choose to join us or not. Usually they do.
Operator. Roger.
And sometimes there's just bad guys.
We're out of resources.
Out of resources already? Man. Well, people are going out, gathering metal and chopping down trees for wood.
Operator.
Gotta find a car, man. Alright, we'll push across this bridge too. I hope to see a variety of bridges in the future, but it does seem like they're very basic, bare bones. And there does look to be a set of railroad bridges there, a little closer to the location we're going to.
Ready for action.
Looks like there's some food there too.
Roger.
So we want both squads to head in there and clear out the horde.
Going there. Ready for action. Let's do it. Waiting orders. We're on the move.
It looks like that's an entry point there in the corner. There used to be only one entry point to a building, but now they've made several, which is very cool and makes sense. And also there's, oh, it's a giant marketplace. Look at that. There's also graffiti added to the game, too.
The people have reported hearing a lot of noises coming from underground.
Uh-oh.
They're afraid that it could be infected moving through the sewers and tunnels. We need to bolster our defenses and be ready to attack from within, too.
We'll be ready.
We'll be ready.
Reporting. On my way.
Let's get through this
Operator,
building.
On my way. Reporting. Roger.
Okay. I really hope for some sort of a almost experience along the lines of Mad Max at a certain point in this game, where maybe there is a mode where infected are not as much of a threat anymore, and there's like weird human gangs and slavers and other things to fight against on the surface, and have to prioritize vehicles and firefights, and kind of it being more like a modern RTS where you're working you know, with squads that have different levels of skill and weaponry to fix problems. Okay, well, that made up for that. We just found ourselves a truck, ladies and gentlemen, and that is a massive find. If that previous squad would have gotten there a little earlier, they would have found this, and that is huge. That is such a big find. Let's go ahead and have these squads head back right away. Those two will push towards that. That is a massive find. That is so good. Wow. Okay, totally worth it. Awesome. Not even mad in the slightest. It is so rare to find one of those trucks. That is huge. That's like a military tier truck that you usually don't find until like the military shows up and starts bullying you for supply. And that's awesome. It's also fuel trucks in the game. And look, some possible friendly survivors too. All right, those people can join us. Let's go ahead and say hello to them. Have that group go say hi and get in that truck, baby. Let's go.
Reporting. On my way.
Pop the locks and let's go.
Ready for the ride.
Beautiful. And it already had some stuff in it, I think. Or this group dropped it off. Outstanding.
Waiting orders.
Okay, let's grab some
Let's do it. On my way.
armor from there, too. This elite unit is on the way.
Ready for
That's our
action.
revenge unit right there. Oh, the ladies. Hey, Deborah, Lori, Rachel, Cynthia, Laverne, Shirley,
Lair spotted.
Yolanda. Oh, my God. It's a horde base. It's a lair. Oh, wow. Look at all the enemies in there. All right, get the hell out of there. Never mind.
Let's do it.
That's going to be big trouble at night. That's where all those infected were. They probably went across the bridge and went there. All right, that's a dangerous spot. And that's interesting that this big truck was next to that thing. It was like luring us over.
Going there.
That big truck was just basically bait.
Let's do it. Going there.
Teaching facility and possible sports shop in there.
Looks useful.
Like a school. Another vehicle looks useful. Oh, good. A small car. Actually, just a regular sedan. Perfect. So we found another car. And one thing I want to be able to do, too, in this game is this truck has a huge amount of storage. 2 out of 40 plus squad resources. So, like, maybe extra ammo and stuff. There should be an ability to fit another squad.
They have some useful skills for squads. Moreover, we can see them carrying some resources.
I like how you can just rob them. What do you think about them?
What do you think? Should we accept them?
These people will surely fit in. We could use what they're offering. If I were you, I wouldn't think twice.
Yep, let them in.
Ask them to join us.
Come on in, folks. Beautiful. All right, more survivors then. We have 4 unemployed or unassigned. Let's add them to scavenging.
Boss, this derailed train, it's full of dead people.
Uh-oh.
In awful positions. There must have been an outbreak during the evacuation while the train was still moving.
I don't see a train.
We can dismantle it for parts and look for anything of use, but honestly, I'd prefer to leave this place.
Well, maybe we'll need it.
We have to take it apart.
I mean, we could choose later. It's so far away from base. It's valuable, but not needed.
Hostiles inbound!
Oh boy, now we gotta fight the damn infected. Let's lure them out to the truck. Can you go outside? Okay, hold on a second. The squad is like refusing to go outside. They should be running.
We're on the move. We're on the move. On my way. We're on the move. The last
Oh wow, we barely survived that. Holy crap. I wanted to lure them out to the truck and run them the hell over. Okay, well, we'll grab some med kits. This group barely made it. Hunker down for the night. Damn, this game is so much more dangerous now. This is awesome. It really shouldn't be a walk in the park. It should be a threat at all times. Okay, bring scientific materials to the HQ. So they found it. Oh, I love those layers. Look at how many enemies are in there, too. It shows like, or at least it did show. 80 infected in there? We're going to have to, like, burn it out. Oh, I wonder if there's Molotovs and such if we can burn it down. Okay, let's keep an eye on them. We'll run to the vehicle if we need to. They need to grab all those supplies. But yeah, as I was saying, the truck really should be able to, and multiple vehicles should be able to hold multiple squads and use for transport. Like, if we had this big truck and another pickup, we should be able to put, you know, multiple squads in these vehicles, have them grab a lot of stuff, and then just don't fully fill them up and come back to base. But it'll allow them to salvage a lot faster. Okay, how are things looking at base?
Infected incoming.
All right, let's make sure these squads RTB and defend against trouble.
Receiving. On my way.
Maybe we should hunker down for a bit. Those layers are going to be awesome to fight. It would be cool if we could... I think there's an APC in the game, and we should be able to, in my opinion... oh god, the amount of hordes.
Infected incoming.
We should be able to do drive-bys. Okay, we got to monitor and babysit this. This is crazily dangerous. We need assault rifles. We need way more squads with automatic weapons.
There are some infected around here.
Not just some. Look at how they do move a little slower, though, through the water. Okay, they were able to bring some materials back to the truck.
Horde spotted.
These groups almost have all the armor they need, too. If we can get one more person to have armor, we can use that.
Waiting orders.
They're 63% done scavenging the building. And back at base, hordes are kind of sneaking around. So far, so good. What is this building? It's a school of some sort. Oh, it's a jujitsu. It's a jujitsu school. Wow. Well, it makes sense that there's like protective equipment there and whatnot. But nobody knows more about radio antennas than jujitsu schools.
On my way. Waiting orders. Going there. Roger. Waiting orders. Let's do it.
Okay, I want to keep that horde back over there.
Receiving.
Oh, good. More masks, more protective equipment for our people. Beautiful.
Building clear. Clear.
Okay, we're at 89%. But it's very tense. This is a great game. I really enjoy playing this one over and over again. Okay, one more thing to grab and
Horde eliminated. Building clear.
back to the truck.
Horde spotted.
Sweet. Let's get the hell out of here.
Hostiles inbound.
Bring that truck back, brother. Let's just get back to base.
Infected incoming.
This truck will be a little bit more effective at the base. So what we can use this truck for now is because it can hold almost 40 items, we can bring it a little further down here and just use it like a mobile warehouse and then bring stuff back to the main HQ. There's been improved logic too to trucks and the routes that they'll take, or vehicles in general, not just trucks, that they'll take to get back to your base. So they should take the shortest route, or at least the safest route if there's known threats in the way. I'm gonna have to go for that car tomorrow. And looks like they're taking what seems to be the safest route. Wow, they just plowed into some infected there. Awesome. Vehicle took a little damage, but better than getting caught up in that mess. And vehicles can be repaired. We're okay. Don't run over them unless you absolutely have to. You don't want to get a vehicle destroyed. It'll, yeah, the difficulty in this game only ramps up over time. Oh, would you look at that? We have laws now. Birth control, child support, child labor, mature labor. Oh, it looks like we're kind of more into, like Frostpunk now territory. Send the kids into the coal mines. Well, we don't need coal. Doesn't matter. Send them in. We found another vehicle. Another truck? No effing way. Wow.
Hostiles inbound.
Damn.
There's a vehicle in sight.
Oh, and another truck because of the factories here. And we're down by... This is because we're near the seaport and stuff like that, right? Wow. Oh, man. If we would have only gone slightly north, we would have found 2 trucks up there, too. Wow. But I'm glad we went that way because we also saw a lair. Dude, we could have multiple trucks. This is so cool. That's so good. That's such a great find. We need more squads, more survivors. Gotta get that radio tower up. I think we're gonna now need to build a radio, rather a scientific center to do research. That building's a little too big for that, but we're gonna need a spot for a lab. That building there might be more applicable. Let's see where the lab is located. I think that might be under there, but I think that unlocks when we bring stuff back to base. Really cool. Okay, well, let's get those squads going.
Receiving.
Go get your trucks.
Let's do it.
What a great find.
Reporting.
Well, that's that squad. Where's the other squad?
Ready for action.
They're going up to that truck.
Ready for
Ah, they're
action.
barricaded in the HQ.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Roger.
Well, now we have 3 giant supply trucks. That's such a tremendous start. Finding them very early is the best. It couldn't have gone better.
Roger.
Go ahead and start dropping things off. And this crew needs to heal up, so stay near base.
We need a workspace where we can experiment and re-engineer all the pre-pandemic technology. We could store all the books there, too. Let's build a research center and assign the most technical minds there.
I agree.
Okay. Let's do this.
All right, start salvaging. Use that truck. So that way they don't have to run back to base time and time again. They can do that a lot faster. Morale is critically low. Might be low because of the recent oops. But, you know, it is what it is.
Going there.
But morale should increase too when this house is done, which is very close. 88 out of 88. And they're almost done constructing it. Wasn't it 80 before?
Roger.
Somebody wanted like a private
On my way.
bathroom or something. Got lavish. All right, morale should go back up.
Sir, we've spotted some people. They're probably armed. They could have seen us too, but I can't tell if they're friendly. What should we do?
Well, let's approach them as friendly to start with.
Approach them friendly.
Oh, they're not. They're not.
On my way.
All right, now we're being attacked by human raiders.
Roger. We're on the move.
They got guns.
Operator. Going there.
And that means we can get more guns.
Going there. Take him down.
Wow, we barely got them. Crazy.
Roger.
Grab these trucks. Let's go.
Operator, going there. On my way.
Hostile Belgians are after their chocolate.
Let's do it. Ready for action. Let's do it.
Okay, keep an eye out for them.
Roger.
Wow, look at all the stuff we found already at this truck. These units will heal eventually, very slowly, but we'll need med kits, and there is that hospital nearby, but I'm going to focus primarily on these trucks and then building a science lab now. Also, it says deal with the raiders. Watch out for the raider threat. That's going to be a constant problem. All right, adapt a research center. We could build it across the street, maybe. Could be a good building for research. We could also dedicate a small portion of this building to that.
Roger.
How do we adapt? Oh, I see. Adapt as a research center.
Going there.
Could get 20 scientists working there.
On my way.
Maybe we don't need that many. Something a little smaller would be good, or we could build a building on our own.
Let's do it. Going there.
3 might be a good start. Let's start with a small science lab there.
Where are we going?
We want the bigger buildings for like resources like warehouse. Okay, let's go ahead and escort these guys around.
Let's do it. Roger.
We'll also need fuel for these trucks, but we're bound to find that fairly easily.
On my way.
Just make sure we stick with them until they get to the vehicle.
Roger.
Then we'll RTB.
We're on the move.
So these bad boys are going to be hungry for fuel. Looks like there is fuel possibly there. Fuel canisters at a parking lot and there too. So actually, let's bring both of those trucks there.
Roger.
Now there was a trailer long ago where it showed fuel trucks coming into the base, and that you'd have to keep your base supplied for floodlights and other things for defense.
Roger.
So I hope they keep that idea of having to supply and fuel your bases like you would in State of Decay. And that's another thing I want to see in Project Zomboid is mods enter the game, allowing for NPCs to eventually go up to this level to where you can start reclaiming the whole map
We're on the move.
or other things. You know, you could choose endings. Looks like this is all a parking garage, this whole thing. Maybe even that.
Let's do it.
Let's go ahead and have them
Ready for action.
both start searching these buildings.
Receiving. Going there.
And we also have more weapons too from those other raiders that attacked us earlier, so we'll keep an eye out for them as they may come and trickle into the map a little bit more. So far so good though. This has been a tremendous amount of fun with the trucks that we found, with the new hives that the enemy has, or like their lairs. I love that. So nice to be able to clean those out. We need to get a car too, like a small car, not just trucks. Vehicles are in fairly decent condition though. These are their fuel levels, the white bar below. So it looks like they can hold a total of 6. So what does that mean exactly? Max speed 80 kilometers an hour. Acceleration 0.1 meter per second. Momentum 20 out of 20. Fuel consumption is 0.04 for every 100 meters they travel. And then what is there a fuel capacity marker? It does say 6, but I thought maybe it would
Let's do it.
give us a little bit more detail.
On my way.
So far, so good.
Roger. We're on the move.
All right, things are still coming in. Ooh, are we finding guns in this building?
Ready for action.
Must have been from the other raider group.
Receiving.
Okay. Enemies are going to be showing up again. The Horde, probably. Oh, look at all that metal out there, too. We'll need to build a warehouse next. I wonder if we can customize more percentage of this building. There's our headquarters. Oh, we can paint the wall? What? When the hell did they bring this in? Oh, you can even fortify. What the hell? When did they put this in? Hold on a second. Full stop, Chief. They allow you to actually, like, fortify and barricade, like, windows and doors with, like, metal bars and brick reinforcements plus 50% HP. What the hell? Wow. And you can further customize the building, too, which is sweet. That's awesome. And you can name the building, too. That's amazing. I don't know if that's new as of this update. I hadn't seen that before, but I love it too in a game when an update will come out and you won't see everything, and then another update comes out on top of it, and then you're just so overwhelmed with new content. Just everything feels new. That's the best when there's just like a game that you like or love, and it gets new content, and then you just fall in love again, and you're just completely flabbergasted at all the things that are new, and you're just like, how did they put all this in? Why did they do this?
Roger.
I'm not used to being treated like a king.
Nowhere to store resources.
Oh, okay. Yeah, actually, I'm glad you mentioned that, because, yeah, we got to convert a partial section of this building to something else. So can I do it here?
Roger.
We can also construct new buildings, but it will take research, so you can build buildings on their own. You don't have to just convert a currently existing building. Eventually, you'll be able to build stuff on your own on the ground. Okay, there's our research center. So we have 3 out of 3 scientists there. So let's go ahead and hold up on the Horde real quick. Let's research communication. Basic antenna. Start research. So that should take 8 hours, just over 8 hours. Now, where's the Horde? Okay, Horde's approaching the fuel guys.
Receiving.
Just get back to your trucks and get the hell out of there.
Reporting. Roger. Hostiles
Yeah,
inbound.
that's too many. That's too many. That's way too many.
There are some infected around.
Damn, we need an APC to run them down. Can we get these guys to RTB? There should be a HQ button, right? It's K is the hotkey. All right.
Waiting orders. Let's do it.
All right, get your asses out of there. That is crazy. We are completely overrun. We got Charlie in the chocolate factory or whatever. Charlie in the tree line.
Another one incoming.
The trees are starting to speak. Oh.
Infected incoming.
No room for resources.
All right, we won't be able to start building a warehouse until tomorrow, but this would probably be a good building to completely convert to a warehouse, 100%. Because we're just, with these amount of trucks, we're just going to have nothing but supply.
Hostiles inbound.
Warehouse. Wow, 2,000 capacity and only 40-something logs to convert it. Wait, is that?
Operator.
Okay.
Let's do it.
I was going to say, why are there, like, it's 2 in 1 truck?
Let's do it.
It's 2 trucks. I thought we packed our truck up into a truck. That would have been trucked up.
On my way.
Bazing. All right. Maybe we'll go to the hospital and pick up some supply.
We're out of storage space.
We should have enough logs for that, right? Let's take a look at that. 57. All right, so let's make everybody a builder tomorrow.
Roger. Going there.
Everyone we can will be a builder. Oh, look at all the details too on sickness and
We're on the move.
all those different parameters. Crazy. All right, well, these are rolling warehouses, so let's get them down here.
Roger. Let's do it. Roger.
And we'll keep an eye out for the horde, which you know they'll be around here soon.
Let's do it.
Now, we can build walls at a certain point, and the enemy should be able to swim across this water. So these narrow gaps, like this doesn't fully protect us, but it does slow down the enemy, and it does make it very easy to see them, and prevents them from getting into any sort of cover because they'll be out in the open. So when the time comes, we may build a wall just on this street here, and this will be our base, and then all the open areas around could be for farming and other things that might need to go outside, like the antenna.
Roger.
Bum, bum,
On my way.
bum.
We're on the move. Going there.
I like to customize this building further, though, by allowing a certain percentage of it to be something else. Could we add more warehouse space to this building?
There's no space to store.
There should be a way, especially when you pick your HQ, to add more sections to that HQ. There must be a way.
Let's do it.
Alright, well, these giant trucks
Going there.
will hold a lot of supply for us. 21 out of 40.
We're on the move.
Man, we got lots of food and stuff. That's great. 118 on that.
Going there.
What about farming? Can we start on that? A vast field.
We're on the move. Roger.
Might be nice to build that within the walls.
Let's do it.
Maybe over here. But one thing at a time. Let's do our research and let's work on our warehouse.
We're out of storage.
So how are we doing with housing? We're at 50 out of 65. And no extra people living here. So we've got a little bit more extra room if a large group of survivors show up.
We're on the move. Let's do it.
I bet the Girl Scouts are still operating in this type of condition. They're still going house to house, door to door, and I bet you Waffle House is still open too. Bum, bum,
Let's
bum,
do
bum,
it.
bum, bum. All right. Daytime's coming around again. Be on the watch out for raiders. Yep.
Morning,
All right.
everybody.
Warehouse is going
There's
up
nowhere
next.
To store resources.
So there goes all of our workers. Let's make sure they're all assigned to building.
Roger.
36 people should be able to get that done in no time. Look at them bring over the resources. Go right into those buildings. Now, we can still be attacked during the daytime. The infected don't really like the sun, and they hide from it. But eventually, they kind of become more immune and aggressive to it. And, of course, we have other problems like humans. Wow, look at all that trash.
We're on the move.
Wow. Antwerp looking rough.
Going there.
But glad to be playing on such a much larger map. Like, this map being
Let's
much
do it.
bigger is amazing. It's really cool.
Going there.
Wait a minute. Who's watching right now who just skipped to the middle of this section and didn't watch the intro of the video? Mister, you go right back to the beginning of this video and you go watch all the information you missed out on. That's the type of person who then first asks, what game is this? What's new? Nothing's new. I feel lied to. Yeah, me too, pal. You go right back to the beginning. You don't miss out on all this juicy goodness, this nougative flavor of all this new stuff, which we can't tell you about, mister. Okay. Oh, I hear more trees getting chopped down. I thought we were building.
Let's do it.
Who's chopping down trees? Nobody's on scavenging. Maybe that's just hammers? Hammers and nails, ladies. Come on. Hammers and nails.
Let's do it.
Building adapted.
Good. Glad they listened to me. All right, perfect. Now we got over 2,400 storage on that, so the big O trucks can return. All right, let's go back to scavenging then. And the science center should be about halfway down with the basic antenna.
On my way.
Should be able to pick up the big game. Can't say what the big game is for copyright reasons, but the big game. And also to be more appealing to any audience watching. The big event.
We're on the move. Going there. We found a new car.
Did we? What the hell? There's a car down there? Wow, right next to the hospital.
Operator.
Looks like the groups that were wounded are healing up pretty nicely. They're not in perfect condition, but they are healing.
Reporting. Waiting orders.
Oh yeah, she was almost dead. Now she's getting a little better. You can hear them pulling cars and stuff apart too. Cool. Man, I can't believe we have 3 big O supply trucks. Must have been like a supply convoy that got cut off while trying to leave the city.
Search done. Roger.
Kind of peaceful to see the rain and all your troops working and doing stuff overtime. Getting the job done.
Reporting.
There's nothing in this building, and they're not doing anything.
Waiting orders.
Let's go loot this building.
Going there.
Go over to the hospital now. Let's get some medical supplies.
Going there.
Boar out in the field. We can hunt them. There's a hunting building for that. And there should be a weaponsmith, too, to be able to make more guns. Or maybe even repair ones that we find. What a map. I've never found this amount of trucks. I was excited when I found my first truck, and like a fuel truck, too. And even more excited when I found a pickup truck. But these trucks are great. So let's see how big the hospital is. That's 96 yards high and a surface area of 9,193 yards squared. Interesting how it's all in freedom units. Expected everything, especially with the fuel, talking about kilometers and meters, that would be in that format. Now it looks like the truck's fueled up. 35 out of 40. Look at how much stuff is in there. Ammo and food. Be cool if you could find them with those types of things already in them. As if they were transporting it. So we should have like this section of a 2x2 block cleared out. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4 here. And then like almost like another half block there. By like the end of the year. It's already July in the game. Oh, and it tells you when sunrise and sunset is too, which is important because the infected will come out at around 6 o'clock, almost 7.
Gained new technology.
We gained new technology. All right, that means the antenna is ours to build. Let's do it. We got to pick up the big game. Let's put it where it's safe. Right here. It'll be able to broadcast above the buildings. All right, let's get builders back on that. Looks like we can have 6 people assigned to that.
We're on the move.
Let's see if we can get that done by EOD. No standing by. Let's get a hand in.
Let's do it. Roger.
First aid kits, good.
On my way. On my way.
Produce scientific materials, 0 out of 2 produced. What does that mean? Scientific materials. I don't know about that. Does the science passive... Oh, the science center passively makes science materials. Oh, cool. So when they're not assigned to something, they're passively making research that you can then spend and research again. So that makes making some of those buildings actually worth it. Before they were kind of just like, you don't really need too many of them until later. Especially when you're starting to build your own factories and like medical supplies. But that is a cool change. That I've just noticed.
Let's do it.
Neat. You love that? Love that for us? It's great. It's grand. It's glorious. Beautiful. All right, the tower's probably not going to be done by end of day. I think the day ends at... Well, does it end at 6:54 then because of sundown?
On my way.
Stop working. Start winding down for some rest.
Nope, they stop it right at 6. No medical supply found yet. Well, 1. How the hell do you say that? Is that... What? That sounds like a Polish building. Is that a Żabka? I think this is a small Żabka.
Roger.
84-story Żabka.
Roger.
Okay.
There are some infected around here.
Ooh, and enemies. Ooh, a lot of enemies. Okay, we're leaving. Yeah, just go ahead and RTB.
Let's do it.
Nope. We're now. Nope. We'll come back for the medical.
We're on the move.
At least we have 4. And the right people have it, the ones who were wounded before.
Roger. Dog pack spotted.
Ooh, a dog pack. Oh, different enemy types. There will be dogs, and I think sometimes there's like deer.
On my way. On my way.
Okay, we may want to
Receiving.
actually legit RTB. Plus, some of these trucks might, yeah, they're absolutely full of stuff. Let's just RTB. Oh God, oh boy, oh boy. That is a couple 2-3 zombies right there. That's a couple 2-3. Oh boy, it could be over. It could be over.
Roger.
This could be over.
Reporting. Let's do it.
This could be over.
Waiting
We
orders.
may have to sacrifice a truck just to run their asses down.
Operator.
How are you gonna get in that building?
Ready for action. Let's do
We're
it.
going in that door. Oh my God, this could be over.
We're on the move. Ready for action.
We got a micro like no tomorrow.
Receiving. Roger.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Roger.
Hop in your truck and haul ass.
Receiving. Operator. Kill them for the zone. Let's do it. Infected incoming. Requesting support.
Are they plowing through them? We're only gonna survive if we run them down.
Let's do it. Roger.
Oh, we can shoot out the trucks.
Roger.
We can shoot on the run. We can do drive-bys.
We're on the move. Operator. We're under attack.
Oh my God, another horde's coming across the bay. We need some kill boys.
Ready for action. Going there. We're under attack.
I get in that building. Get off the road.
Ready for action. We're on the move. Going there. Ready for action. We're on the move.
We'll let those bastards inside.
That was the last of them. Take him down.
HQ is exposed.
Going there. Reporting. Receiving.
All right, get in your trucks. Head back to HQ.
On my way. Receiving. Going there. Reporting. Operator. Going there.
Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do.
We're on the move.
No, just go back to base.
Do it. Going there. Ready for action.
I don't know where they're gonna try to attack. They're crazy anymore. Hold my breath on this one. Luckily, we can repair buildings.
Ready for action.
Some of the walls and windows are already barricaded.
Move. Going there.
All right, boys, spread out. More hordes on the way, but
We're on the
we
move.
should be okay. Oh man, here comes another wave. All right,
Reporting.
we're never leaving base. We live here now. It's our permanent base forever and ever. Amen. Well, really a nice amount of changes and additions to that one, and I can't wait to play more Infection-Free Zone. Honestly, I'm looking forward to streaming it sometime soon when we got time between all these new releases. All right, I'll see you all next time. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to sub, and we'll see you soon. Goodbye.